Yo, what's going on, guys? What in the hell is up? Happy weekend. Hopefully, everyone had a good Friday, Saturday. I missed you. I did a little camping over the weekend. Seen my first rattlesnake from afar down here in Tucson. It was very far, actually. I could barely tell it was, and then somebody got up a little bit closer. Sure as crap, a rattlesnake. My first live look at a damn rattlesnake. I haven't seen a wild snake since Jesus left Chicago. It's been a long time. Let me ask you a question real quick. I was thinking earlier, gardener snakes. You guys live near gardener snakes? We used to have them as kids. Probably, I haven't seen one in 35 years. Probably since I was 10 or 12. You don't see them anymore. They're gone. Erased from existence. Okay, what do we got going on this evening here? We got Aron talking a little bit of shit over there on the old Twitter's mobile I seen. An old buzzard, 79 years young, an old stock guy, co-founded a brokerage back in the early 70s. Guy knows what he's talking about. He's going to touch on the economy, his opinions. As most of you know, I'm going to touch on funny stuff, humorous, and things that are going to make this market crash. Now, I don't wish that, but I wish it for our beloved stocks because, in my opinion, that is what is going to cause a short squeeze. A lot going on. Russian defaulting, Stonko tracker, Finviz, and a homework assignment on the way out the door. So let's fire right into the son of a gun. Over on the old Finviz, there's your GME chart and your GME information below. Kind of a rundown of everything here. Blah, 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 blah. Shortable, no. Now, I seen some folks touching on this earlier. I went back in and looked at it, did a little bit of verifications. This has come up on Finviz, and every time after that, it ran. So who knows, right? We're going to do a live look in on AMC Entertainment. Let's see what AMC says. Shortable, no. Jeez, Miss Murphy. Costs. Shortable, yes. BBBY. We're just taking a live look here, folks, as we're on there. Shortable, yes. There you have it. Let's see what happens. As we know, things are running thin. As far as shares, short interest, all of that stuff. Utilization, 100 days now? No? Just double check. So keep an eye on this, folks. No. Yeah. Let's see. Cat Striker, the beautiful, the one and only. This was her old cease and desist letter from Kenny Griffin and his fund. She reshared this. I think we touched on this probably at the time she blasted this thing out. But long story short, if you guys don't know who you are, 90% of you do, 95%, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful young lady, sticking her neck out on the line, organizing all these planes flying over. I've seen more planes flying over. We got Ken Griffin trending, Ken Griffin live. I mean, Jesus, Murphy. So if you want to take a look at that, if you guys have not seen that, I just wanted to bring her up, give her a shout out for all that she's doing again. I went to school with an Andrew Phillips, not him though. Yeah. So, and then trending too. Kenny G is trending, or was. I don't know if he is anymore. Who gives a rat's ass? Couple things from AA Adam Aron right here. This is important in all caps. The U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Financial Services majority staff on meme stock trading. It calls for a legislative and regulatory stock market reforms to better understand and protect retail investors. Full report. In case you haven't seen it, in case you've been living under a rock the last year, this was it. This was the 138 pages of gold, I used to call it. If you guys, I'm going to pop that link in there if you have not seen that. AA retweeting that as of yesterday, for crying out loud. So I'll fire that link in there for you too. Up above, look at this here. Other than a few idiots that readily come to mind, we all know who that is, and so does Adam Aron, who in the blank can still say movie theaters are dead and have no future. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Top Gun Maverick just crossed 1 billion. And look at this, AA himself. As we know, he does his own Twitter now. He's got these hashtags working for him here too. Outstanding, sir. Well done. Where was that? Right there. Top Gun over a bill. A billy, ladies and gents. Doctor Strange Adventures. With the ticket sales, the movie has overtaken Disney's Marvel Adventure Doctor Strange in the Multiple of Madness, $943 million. Prior to the weekend, the sequel, Tom Cruise 1986 action flick Top Gun, was already the highest grossing movie of the year and the domestic box office, with revenues currently at $521 million, along with $484.7 million in the international box office, has grossed $1.006 billion. Well done, folks. Well done, Tommy Cruise. Well done, movie theaters, and the movies are dead. Remember, folks, remember. I love that. Good job, Double A. Jimmy Rogers over here warns the worst bear market in his lifetime. These are the two least dangerous assets to own. Part of the reason why I wanted to bring this up, too. But basically, Jimmy's saying this is going to be a shit show. With the S&P down 20% year-to-date, the situation for stocks is pretty grim. But according to the legendary investor Jimmy Rogers, it's just the start. This has to be the worst bear market in my lifetime, which will go down a lot and will go down in a long time, the 79-year-old said. He co-founded the Quantum Fund with George Soros in 1973. That's the year I was born, 48 years ago, right in the middle of a devastating bear market. From then till 1980, the portfolio returned at 4,200%, while the S&P rose 47%. If you're looking for a safe haven, Rogers said there's no such thing as safe in the world of investments. But down below, silver. He talks about silver and a little bit on the agriculture. But he's saying silver is probably less dangerous than other things. Gold is probably less dangerous. Gold and silver, this was a fine little sentence here. Gold and silver can't be printed out of thin air like fiat money. So they can help investors hedge against inflation. I'm not buying them now because in a big collapse, everything will go down. But I will probably buy more silver when it goes down some more. Outstanding. What else do we got? More than 8 million Americans are late on rent as prices increase. This all started doing the being in the car business all those years, and what I was helping out with in the middle of COVID, I guess you could call it, was refinancing loans. And banks at that time, they went from years and years ago. The main thing when you had credit issues, you had to be current on your rent. They wanted at least one bill that you were current on. They kind of got away from it. They went back to it. Now they don't even want to know nothing. They want to know where they can find their car in case they got to repo it. They want an address. They don't want to even know how much rent you pay. They don't give a it's like gone. You know why? Because everybody's late. That whole COVID relief, all those poor folks squatting up in those houses, and they're going to have to get kicked out. There's no way those people get, current on that rent. It's and the landlords too. This is a big mess, you guys, and this is still boiling over from 2.5 years. 8 million Americans are late on rent as prices increase, and it's only going to get worse. Sad, folks. Very, very sad. Russia defaults on foreign debt for the first time since 1918. That's a yardstick. That's 100 frickin' years plus, folks. Russian default on its foreign currencies, sovereign debt for the first time in a century plus. 4 months, the country found paths around the penalties. So the time is up. That's a pretty monstrous deal in 104 years. Jeez, you guys. Yeah, God. Let's refresh this Stonko tracker. 0 shares available to borrow. That is on the AMC side. GME, 0. Nothing. 200 popped up yesterday, and now they're at 0. Must have been, these were floating around the dark pool, and they just netted them out. You'd net leaves out of a pool, swimming pool. That's what these were. These 200. They just netted them out of the dark pool. So yeah, I can't remember the last time, if ever, I seen no shares available. They're going to pop up later or by the morning, but still thin, folks. Thin. Now on the way out, we got a homework assignment. True story, fun fact. According to Double G Gary Gensler public calendar, he has met with Jamie Dimon, the scumbag of scumbags, 10 or so times since John E. Deaton the One sued the SEC on behalf of XRP holders. Never even acknowledged us once. You're asking why am I talking about XRP? Well, I'm kind of not. I'm kind of talking about Gary Gensler. So listen to this, 18 seconds.
In this case, you have almost 70,000 people who hold XRP in the United States who are trying to sue the SEC for harming them.
Right.
So, it's a little confusing why the SEC would spend a lot of time and energy on that when we do actually have some things happening in the market that maybe do deserve more scrutiny.
Right.
In this case, you have almost 70,000.
Kind of sums it up there in 18 seconds, right? The bottom line with the SEC and them, this stuff takes time. The world is understaffed. The SEC is understaffed. The SEC has been understaffed since day one, probably for years. Screw COVID. Oh God, you guys. It's just, yeah. So anyway, that's that. And then the interesting part of it, I'll pop this in for your reading pleasure here. This goes with this article here too. Kind of read on it. I know it's XRP getting a little bit away from everything, but bottom line, it's the SEC not doing squadoosh. Squadoosh, folks. So we'll pop in that little homework assignment. We'll pop in the 138 pages of gold here for your reading pleasure again, in case some of you new savages why I bring this stuff up in the Cat Striker, obviously. So you guys, let's see what the week brings. We're a little bit fair from the opening bell as far as pre-market goes, or by the time you're watching, the market's already on fire. So let's see. Shares are thin, folks. Thin, thin, thin. Okay, love you guys. Peace.